You've finished your disclosures. Now, let's talk about the last step before your home goes to market, the photos. Photos are the most important aspect of advertising your house. It's the photos that grab folks' attention. Everything else just seals the deal. But before photos, it's important to stage your home, whether you still live in it or not. It's been said that you never get a second chance to make a first impression. For most folks, that first impression comes from the photos of your house. Sometimes people think that staging means renting designer furniture to make the home look like wow. That's actually fairly unusual, but there are still ways to stage your home inexpensively, most of which I've covered earlier. First of all, declutter. Everything that you don't absolutely need over the next 90 days should be stored. If you can, get a storage locker or a pod. If that's not in the budget, store it as neatly as possible in the garage. Clutter in the garage is usually forgiven. Next, depersonalize. You don't want to make the home cold and distant, but lots of family photos in particular, along with personal items pointing specifically to people in your family, should be stored. Seeing too much of your family hinders other people from seeing their family in the house. Next, de-offend. This is a touchy subject, but different people understand different items differently based on their background. Items and symbols around controversial subjects, such as certain flags or images, can cause a buyer to immediately dismiss your home. You are fully entitled to your opinions, and you're fully entitled to decorate your home however you want. But at this point, remember, you need to not think of this as your home, but as an asset to sell. Make it appealing to as many people as possible. Next, secure your valuables. Weapons should always be secured and inaccessible, preferably off-site. Firearms are a huge liability if not secured or removed. Small items of high value are value-dense and might walk away. If there are a lot of showings, it could be impossible to trace it back to any particular person. Finally, medicines, particularly prescription medicines, should be fully secured or taken off-site. Once that's done, you're ready for photos. Remember that the photos are a first impression, and you can't afford to have less than stellar photography for your home. Often it means hiring a professional photographer. Your realtor may have a photographer, or he or she may do it on their own. While phone cameras have gotten very good in recent years, getting the right photography has less to do with the quality of the camera than the quality and amount of light and the skill of the photographer. Seldom does a simple phone flash adequately show your home. You can discuss the cost of a photographer with your realtor, but it's worth it more often than one would think. Once the photos are done, your realtor will be ready to put a lockbox on your door and a sign in your yard. Unless you have privacy concerns, I do recommend keeping a yard sign. It generates interest. People often follow up. Next time, we'll talk about what you can do to help your house sell more quickly.
Count on me just like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. You can count on me. You can count on me.